can't stay here. Like it's rough and I know it's hard to go. We gotta hang strong, we gotta move on. Heavy eyes turn towards hate. Lost and broken, this world's a dark place. It's locked down, no foresight. Avoid the gray light. Darkness around me. I'm not of it. Sailing on black waves. My captain set my heart on fire. Strike a match, watch me burn, and we'll light the way. I can only control how I react. They're watching, they're always watching. My head and heart are always in combat. To close my eyes, but I can't sleep. I found a purpose and then I lost it. Accept the darkness as a constant. My faith in you is burning bright. Direction in the night. Darkness around me. I'm not of it. Sailing on black waves. My captain set my heart on fire. Strike match, watch me burn, and we'll light the way. Let's go! Darkness around me. I'm not of it. Sailing on black waves. My captain set my heart on fire. Strike match, watch me burn, and we'll light the way.
This here is my desk at work. So yeah, I work in a mailroom, and these are their meter machines we use to meter mail. You just program whatever you want right there, put your mail right there, it goes through the conveyor belt, spits it out right here with a stamp, all ready to go out for postage. This is the office. Pretty big office here. You can see over there, that's my desk, all decorated and whatnot. I still have St. Patrick's Day and Easter decorations, even though Easter's over with and St. Patrick's Day is also. Along the wall right here, this is where we throw the mail into each little pigeonhole. That's for all the different units and offices in the building here. So this here is the back area. These are all mail machines that can produce mass mail outs. Over 1,000 pieces of mail can be ran through here within a matter of minutes. This is for the mail machine operators. That's not what I do. I am a mail courier within the building. But you can see this is a pretty big warehouse setting. Years ago it used to be a grocery store. I've been told it maybe used to be a Target back in the day. I don't know. Anyways, it used to be a grocery store. One of the guys that used to work here years ago told me that he remembers grocery shopping here before this became a state building. You get the parking garage. Now we're on the parking garage on top of the very top of the roof down below my feet here is where my office would be. So our office is actually underneath the parking garage. Now the parking garage here, the structure here has been here, I want to say since maybe since the late 60s, early 70s perhaps. And then this portion of the building was built sometime in the mid to late 80s and opened sometime, I think, in the 90s. And just to kind of point out where we are here, this is downtown Sacramento. This intersection here would be 5th and O Street. And this here is O Street. That's 5th Street. If you were to take 5th Street up about 1, 2, 3 blocks, I believe, you would hit the Golden One Center where the Sacramento Kings play. The NBA team, the Sacramento Kings. The building behind here is the Wells Fargo building, and in the lobby they have a Wells Fargo museum with an actual stagecoach that's been restored. And I don't know if you can see it, but out in the distance there's a bridge out here. There's a really ugly colored bridge. I don't remember what that one's called. But when a boat goes by, the road goes up, so that way a boat can get across, because depending on the time of the year, the river can be high or low. These two buildings here, my brother works in those buildings. That's I believe Department of Social Services. I'm not sure which building he works in, but that's where my brother works. And this is the building I work in. This is once was called the Board of Equalization, and is now called California Department of Tax and Fee Administration. So I was doing some research, got this book recently about Sacramento history. I've been collecting a lot of these because I want to do some videos, do some vlogging for grave time. I came across a story about an interesting thing, very, very interesting. But right here at this intersection here, this is O Street and this is 4th Street. Well, right here at this intersection, in 1851, there used to be gallows there, and they used to hang people who committed crimes. And I actually have a story that I would like to share with you. So right here at this intersection here, this would be 4th and O Street. This is where the gallows used to be. Now this is totally off topic from talk of gallows or anything having to do with grave time, but I used to park right here when I used to pay for parking. $6. Park here all day. That is the cheapest parking garage parking deal in all of Sacramento. It's you can't beat $6 anywhere else except here. Anywho, used to park either here or here, didn't matter. I get here early, sometimes I'd stop off at McDonald's and get a big breakfast. You know, the big breakfast comes with hot cakes, scrambled eggs, sausage patty, you know, a biscuit, hash browns. And I would never, ever, ever eat the nasty sausage patties. They're gross. So I used to chuck them out the, used to roll down my window, used to chuck them out the window, and used to check them all over here in the corner and stuff. Let me show you what those sausage patties do to the cement once they've been chucked. Okay? See that stain there in the cement? Stained cement. Stained cement. Those stains. So I would throw the sausage patty on the ground, and it would sit here until janitorial or someone comes by and cleans it up, or the birds eat it, I don't know, something. And the grease and everything else around it would just sit there, and it would ooze from the sides and make those stains in the cement. I kid you not. Folks, do not eat the sausage patties at McDonald's. I mean, if you can see, that's what it's doing. If it can do that to the cement, imagine what it can do to your insides. Okay, and I admit I'm a fat guy. Okay, and I love food. But I know better not to eat the sausage patties from McDonald's. I mean, look at that. That's gross. So these offices right here, this would be the mailroom, and this is the room that I work in. And above is the parking garage. And here's my truck, as you've probably seen on other videos. So that's the intersection of 5th and O Street. Here's O Street, and here's O Street and 4th Street. So California became a state, became statehood in 1850. A year later, when the state became 1 year old, in 1851, a law was passed that stated that grand larceny was now seen as a capital offense, which could lead you, if found guilty, to capital punishment. This here, folks, right here. This right here. No one in this area here would probably know about this, but this right here, part of American history, right here, folks. On July 9th, 1851. James Wilson was knocked down and robbed by 4 men in the streets of Sacramento. It doesn't really state where in Sacramento. Eventually, the 4 men were caught and arrested by the local police. That same day, both men pleaded not guilty. That happened to be on July 12th. Now, the man that was knocked down, robbed, when he fell down, my understanding was due to him falling down, it caused injury to him, which basically caused a blow to, I believe, his head, which knocked him out and killed him instantly. On July 15th was the trial. All 4 men were there at the trial. 3 were found guilty, as well as another one was found guilty. 3 were found guilty, and their punishment was to be hung at the gallows at 4th and O Street in Sacramento. One of the guys ended up getting 10 years in prison. So the story goes on. On August 22nd, 1851, the 3 men were scheduled to be hung right in front of me here at 4th and O Street. Right before the hanging was to take place, our California governor at the time, John McDougal, decided to pardon one of the gentlemen. His name was William Robinson. He ended up being the youngest one of them all. I think he was like 20, and he was in his early 20s. And for whatever reason, the governor spared his life. I don't know why, but I think maybe due to his age. The crowd was furious and pissed off. I mean, the streets were lined full of people. Full of people. I guess back in those days, that was something people really looked forward to. Was, watching someone get hung. I guess it was a form of entertainment back in those days. I don't know if I could stand there and watch someone be executed. Yes, even the guy that has the YouTube channel called Grave Time does not want to watch someone be executed. No, I don't want to watch anyone die. I just like to report about people dying. I don't know. I don't get it either. Folks got to have some kind of hobby out there. This is my hobby. So, anyways. Oh, geez. So, the people of Sacramento were pissed off at the governor. But I'll come back to that in a moment. You see, 2 men ended up being hung at the gallows. And before they were hung, they got to share a little bit about themselves. They were able to share a little bit about themselves to the public. They all were able to say their apologies if they wanted to, ask God for forgiveness. And as the clergymen, asked for forgiveness of their wretched souls, they were hung one by one. However, one man, like I said, was pardoned by the governor at the time, John McDougal. Like I said, the crowd was pissed. Following days after that event, there was an effigy, which is like a scarecrow of a man hanging, and it was supposed to be a reflection of the governor and him pardoning this man who was part of this crime that was committed and was found guilty by his peers. They wanted an execution, they didn't get it. And to protest against it, they made this effigy. And not only was it an effigy scarecrow of the governor, excuse me, but he was hanging. And they even lit it on fire. And these people were pissed off. Eventually, later on, the people that were part of that crowd had asked for forgiveness and said they were sorry. They were just, outraged by that verdict. And, life went on, whatnot. Now, the life of William Robinson, after his life was being spared by the governor, he later on went on to get a really good education and even became a born-again Christian. And that's about as far as I know. Anywho, this is the story of the Gallows that were here in Sacramento. I want to go ahead and thank all of you for watching this episode of Grave Time. And would like to thank, I don't know, I guess the people I work with, if they ever see this video. And to anyone who sees this video and is upset because I filmed portions of The Office, state property, for this video, I think it was for historical purposes, and I'm going to stick with that. So, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel, comment, whatever you like. And thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye.